Liberators so that they can attack ground targets. Our job is primarily clearing out Reavers and sites.
See, that's the kind of man we need.
Reavers down. Also, Q spot, Q spot, Q spot. Always be mashing that Q button.
Enemy ground at the base of that mountain to our northeast by east.
Also, when you're communicating with Libbies, do it in proxy chat. But always call out, like Reavers, call them out. Engaging anything, call it out.
Lightning.
Well, engaging any air target, rather.
Be careful with the orbital.
Orbital!
Oh.
That was awesome from the air. I don't think I've ever seen one from that high up before.
Got lots of armor below Insanities.
The Reaver down.
Is there a way to get a crosshair in a mosquito?
Say again?
Can you get a crosshair in a mosquito? I don't have one.
You should have a crosshair.
Interesting.
If you don't have a crosshair, then something weird's going on.
Maybe.
Like you have no aiming reticle at all?
Oh, are you talking about third person?
Other view mode, that's why.
Yeah, third person does not have crosshair. Third person is for finding targets, orienting yourself, but is not for fighting for. You can actually fight in third person if you have coyotes and you're close up, but otherwise no.
You can use a nose gun as well. You can get a feel for it. But you'll never be as precise, it's probably not the best idea.
Otherwise, it's primarily first person. So, the Mozzies...
There's a Sunday underneath me.
I literally can't.
Reaver incoming, northeast. No, southeast. 2.
There's one right next to me, chasing right now.
Engaging Spaz.
Lip down.
On your back!
Yeah, I'm gonna pull another lip from the warp gate.
Alright, all RTB. Break off contact, return to base. Break off contact, return to base. Discipline, guys. You can't get tunnel vision.
Be advised, those base landing pads are rather exposed to some enemy armor. Uncomfortably close to us on the ground. Do not recommend landing there to respawn.
Go to return to base. I'm going to set spawn point waypoint to the warp gate so you guys never get lost, because that can happen. It's good to try to memorize what direction the warp gate is, so ours is southwest.
You can also set a personal waypoint.
Set personal waypoints to your most relevant, either the warp gate or your most relevant air pad. That's very easy to do, until you get the maps memorized completely. Which I don't
If you don't memorize, you can still get turned around.
Yeah. Swaley's needs to replace his Mozzie.
Bullets needs to get their shit together.
Bullet still has fucking... He needs to get his shit out of him. How long has that been? 20 minutes shit break? Damn.
I think he might be dead.
I think something else might have happened.
Get some fiber. Or less fiber. Alright, we're ready to move out. So get your personal waypoints on the warp gate. You should know instantly where to go when the RTB call is called. New area of responsibility is set. So Liberators go to squad waypoint. The Mosquitoes revolve around... Here's basically how it works. The Mosquitoes revolve around the squadron leader, that's me. So Gold Star. And I revolve around the Liberators.
Come on, Nico, let's do some stunts. Go land on you, okay?
Say again?
Let's do some stunts. I'm gonna land on you. That's a bad idea.
So that's basically how it goes. The squadron of Mosquitoes always needs to stick together. Even unskilled players can overwhelm a veteran.
If you think about it, you're like white girls at a club.
That's such a...
Lots of armor down below.
Embarrassing.
Enemy Reaver, northeast by north. Now remember, just because I call the target doesn't mean we engage. We engage when I say engaging. Reavers need to be... Reavers and all air targets really need to be called out, but they're not necessarily engaged. They just need to be kept track of, basically.
I got eyes on him.
Yep, engaging. Oh, you're getting greedy. Break off, break off. RTB. Okay, form on me.
Take some AA from behind. See where that's coming from?
Is that Liberator down? Oh no, it's up. Okay. Together until our other Libby.
Oh, my button didn't work. I'm sorry.
Give us a direction. Don't just call him out.
East.
Alright, he's backing off.
Make sure your maps are zoomed out.
Yeah, zoom out your net maps. Expand them if you can afford the space, so you don't need to. But they can be pretty obstructive.
They do increase the overall range if you do that, though.
Yes, it does. It is useful. Let's go help out Amazi. Form on me.
Yeah, I'm looking for you.
Break off.
Lib.
We're piloting.
Break off. Break off contact.
Enemy talking about that base.
Up to you. Go for it.
Taking AA fire. See where it's coming from?
Whoopee. Got a scythe under you.
Yeah, I see it.
Alright, going back free for
Need some time to
He's down.
your lost points. I just figured you need time to recoup some of your
With me. With me. Shredder needs to be within 50 meters to do its maximum damage. Otherwise, if you're not going to be within close range, be as far away as you can. I want to get hit by tank cannons. The Shredder is hard to use effectively. But it's easier to use against things like aircraft and harassers.
There's a whatchamacallit right underneath that
Felipe, you're engaging without direction again. Let's engage this Reaper.
I realize I have to wait for your person to engage every single thing I see.
Generally, you should.
JPEG, do you want to switch to the hyenas?
Gotta back off, too much fire.
move out.
Right, thanks.
I'm trying to get... No.
Hey. Alright, moving on.
So, here's the problem. We engaged on that Valkyrie, and that put us in a bad position where I got killed. So, it's a little differently than infantry, because engaging on the target can get people killed. We have to choose our engagements very carefully. And especially we have to choose where we engage very carefully, because of anti-air. Because I had lock-ons all over. So engagements should be chosen by squad lead, unless like an ally is getting engaged upon, then defending him is good. Because remember, in a situation like this, our job is to protect liberators. We're not doing general air clearance, which is something we might do in the future. Got a Reaver in the area. Lots of them. One Reaver down.
There's a gal at Aladdin Botany Wing.
Oh no, there lives. Gentlemen, you have a scythe under 6 o'clock.
We're hard to pull.
Moving to engage. Oh shit, you hit me.
I'll pull the next one. Use up the points, so save up yours.
Boy, he ran me.
I'm gonna go mossy for a bit.
You.
I'll totally gun for you. You at the warp gate? Alright, I'll come over.
Who's gone? You gotta call out when you're getting off Liberator duty, guys.
Yeah, I did.
Right. Guys, return to base.
Returning.
Take him out to get a hover airframe a try soon.
Say again, please.
Take him out to get the hover airframe a try soon enough. Having a hard time just aiming.
I don't think hover is going to help your aiming.
Well, I'd be able to,
Be kind of stingy with air purchases because it takes a lot of practice. This is something that nobody's going to be good at when they start out with.
I haven't given up practice though at this point. I don't fly ASFs and PlanetSide too often, although I also have a lot of experience with relatively similar aircraft in Battlefield.
I don't know about Battlefield. I was about to say, this is very different from most flight sims.
Are we holding?
It's not that different. The hovering is different, but that's about the main difference. The rest of it has some remarkable parallels to be drawn.
I suppose a little. Okay, Border Crackle, Thesaurus, welcome to the squad. We're air training. Let me just organize things. So, the people who are not in spades are running mosquitoes as escort for the liberators. So, if you've got stock gear, doesn't matter. If you've never done this before, doesn't matter. Now's the time to learn. Yes, ask questions if you're unclear on anything. Like, even... so, the things that we've been saying that you might have missed because you weren't here earlier. One of those being...
Ruining us right now.
Make sure that you have key bindings set to pitch up and pitch down. That's honestly the first thing anyone should learn. Because without it, it's so fucking hard to fly. If you're finding it's obnoxious to just scroll your mouse across the pad multiple times, that's not something you should be doing. That's why you have keys set to pitch up and pitch down. What?
He's apparently been on toilet break this whole time. It's been a worryingly long toilet break.
Be right back.
I worry for his safety.
The VS are ruining us. Do you guys want to go after them?
There have been some kidnappings during toilet time.
Just like the Lindbergh baby.
Alright, let's go fight.
Oh my god, I need some water. Crackle, you there?
Yeah, I'm in queue.
Oh, thank you. Okay. Once you get here, just pull a Mozzie and get with us. So remember, guys, don't be greedy with kills. Always be looking at your minimap every 5 seconds. Actually, every 3 seconds. Because you want to avoid crashing into allies.
Scythe, east by northeast, right next to us.
If someone's in front of you, let them go in front of you and slow down.
So Mag Rider northwest. And a Sunday.
Why are they coming right up to our warp gate? They're about to crash into the damn thing.
He's new. That's a new pilot.
I guess.
Also, Liberators, you should probably slow down if we're engaged. Always try to be abreast of each other.
Abreast.
Abreast. So side to side.
Side right front.
Where's our second lib? Yeah, what did you die to?
Safe engaging. So,
Yeah, don't see the problem with what you just said is got close to. The Liberator does not get close to things.
Engaging Scythe.
Leave.
Need some help.
My Liberator pilot skills are not that great, I'm sorry.
You're doing fine, yeah.
How's our Libby? Our other Libby.
We are going
Seems
back
to be alright.
Enemy lib identified northeast.
These the VS are about to win 2 alerts on 2 different continents.
Yeah, that's a shame.
Outrageous.
On your back, have to.
Mag Rider directly north of us.
You guys, you two Libby should be working in tandem.
Enemy lib, east by northeast, try to
Who are my 2 Libby pilots? And?
Insanity, get over the tank, I can't shoot. Thanks. Yeah, Jim,
Scythe, right below me.
the target.
Engaging.
Mag Rider's almost dead. Got it. There's a Sunday in that garage.
Enemy gal here.
There's a Sunday in that garage we just died at.
He knows on me. I told you to go back. Our Liberties need to work in tandem. Right now they're not.
Liberators.
That's gravity. Gravity. Go back to base.
Done. Yeah, I'm dead.
Yeah, Gino isn't online right now.
Hold down.
Knife him.
The bad part's over.
That's the thing. We're trying to fly to the squad waypoint, but we're getting pushed into the BS side.
Our Libbies need to be together. They protect each other.
Look out.
Well, if someone wants to switch, I could go and scout out.
Let's use it. Battle gal.
Alright,
Go for the ramming.
Eddie, you wanna fly my leave?
Yeah, I could probably fly it.
Oh, yeah. I'm talking to Haiti.
He's talking to his favorite. Obviously. Gravity, where are you? Oh, you're out in Timbuktu.
Hey, it's who stayed up with you till like 5 in the morning working on that circuit?
Sanity. Sanity, what are you doing?
With me?
Sanity, what are you doing?
There's switch now.
Oh, crash the damn thing!
God. Oh, we're gonna die.
Guys,
Oh.
don't pull gals, please. Well, if you pull it and it wasn't what you wanted, don't fly it.
Hey,
Right.
I'm the main gun on the leave turns, so be careful if you hit the zoom key. You can move it.
Wait, it turns?
Looks like we've been reduced to one liberator.
Hit the middle mouse.
I just found my favorite gun.
Okay. We need a second lib. Who has certs in a lib? Anyone here?
I do, but I'm also well on nanites.
Alright, we'll just go out with what we have.
Insanity, take this Mossy.
Insanity, you can pull a Mozzie with us once you've got the nanites. Bullets, wow, did you finally climb out of the toilet? Nice to see you.
You need to move.
Alright, we're getting ready to move out. Did don't tell me the lib moved out without us. Okay guys, stay together. We're moving out. Liberator, target area is set. Let's look for targets.
I'm here for the north by northwest. That's our target area, though. Yep.
Yes. Liberator engage at will. Mosquitoes protect the lib.
Side below us. Northwest. Skyguard. Looks like northwest.
I'm getting us out of here.
Safe dead. Killed you guys.
Fuck.
Oh, you guys died?
I got hit by infantry. I don't really know how to fly.
I'm gonna be AFK for a bit, guys. I'm just gonna chill and spawn for a bit and look at my setting.
I actually think Liberator piloting is our weakest facet right now.
Actually, a decent lip pilot, but I mean,
Our Liberators keep dying to ground forces, so I think what we need to do is focus on staying at max altitude.
yeah, it's hard to do that on this side of the map.
Yeah, this is such a terrible warp gate for air training.
I could pull one, but I'm terrible at flying.
Well, you can use the Shredder, it's just the Liberator is the most friendly thing to use when you're at max altitude. No, it's effective.
Who wants to pilot
Gravity, I'm
wants-
gonna be like timid.
Who wants to pilot a lib? I can pull one.
But we still have we have bullets and gravity for libs, so we still have 2 libs available. And we have the people. Crewing it isn't the problem. It's getting the certed vehicles that is. The biggest problem right now is our Liberators dying. So the Liberators pilots need to focus on keeping them alive. That means stay at as high altitude as possible. Engage only when you're safe. Keeping track of anti-air. So the moment you start getting hit by anti-air fire, you turn around, go to warp gate. You play very, very skittish. Say again, Bart.
I've pulled a lip. If someone wants to pilot it, I'm terrible at flying them.
Okay, stop pulling lips, guys. Only pull when you're called for. We're running low on nanites as it is. 2 Liberators that need crew. Anyone who wants to crew for a lib, get to it.
I would gun.
So Libby's land, and crew get to it.
I'm gonna take a little break. I'll be right back.
Right, see ya.
Maybe the warp gate.
I know this is taking a long time to organize, guys. It's a little boring. If you don't want to do air training, then you should join another squad. So this is not forced, this is not compulsory. Don't feel like you have to be here. This is just for people who want to learn how to fly. In BTYR.
This lib needs a pilot.
So Torg McGord, you're in BTR, so make a decision whether you want to be with the squad or not, please.
I got it.
Alright, this one has a...
Alright, so pack and gravity. Oh, gravity is AFK.
So you said you want to try like max height with...
J-Pack, you're in Mozzie with me.
Why was he kicked?
Because he's AFK.
Oh, no,
He can come back. Oh, he's AFK too. Well, you're obviously not AFK.
Well, not anymore, I just got done.
Alright. Liberators are moving out to squad waypoint. Mosquitoes are staying with me. Remember, do not engage air targets unless told to do so.
Yeah, thanks, Eddie. I can't hear you. Alright, what'd you say?
Oh, keep space between you and friendly aircraft.
What the fuck's that?
You see icons overlapping on the minimap, that's a big problem.
Spotting stuff wet.
Work together, lib pilots. You see targets, you should be shooting at the same target, ideally. That means the Saurus, you need to get over here.
Enemy Valk, east, northeast. It's backing off.
Valkyries are generally going to be the least of our concerns, unless it's a cheeky bastard that's flying lock-ons or something. The Mozzies are mostly concerned with anti-air aircraft. Also, don't shoot hyenas at ground targets. That's a waste of ammo. You're not going to deal any damage, assuming you even hit. Guys, don't get too low.
Get stop here.
Bullets, you're getting low altitude, and that's making it easier to hit. You're also half health and should back off to repair right now.
Bullets, get us out here.
You should basically be backing off to repair even at a quarter health.
So, Nick, we got a Dalton. It's got to go closer to the ground, right?
It shouldn't, no. Every Liberator gun, even the Shredder, can fire at max altitude, especially around this area.
Okay, I'll try.
Got an enemy Reaver, northeast.
Libs are heading back to Warpgate.
Engaging! I'm RTB.
You're down.
Done. Mosquitoes, return to base. Alright, that was a good run. We killed a Reaver, we did some damage to ground targets, we all got out alive. That's awesome.
Triber hasn't gotten out because they're still out. Triber, where are you going?
I don't know.
Triber, you're sticking with squadron lead.
No, I lost track.
Full start.
Bullets, let's go.
That's why you need to keep your eye on the minimap. Oh, you know what? Guys, you should have fixed minimap enabled. If you don't, go to settings.
How should I feel about that one, actually?
Go to settings, and then interface, fixed minimap on the right side. Make sure it's enabled.
Just, if you're going to do that though, Nikolai, just make sure that you switch it back for infantry.
I actually keep it on all the time.
Okay, I would say that's generally a bad idea.
If you orient yourself better without a fixed minimap, fine. But if you find yourself getting lost, then you should probably turn it on. I find it much easier to navigate.
You always have compass directions even if it's not fixed. So finding a general direction to go is not that hard. I think that
it can be easy to forget that southwest is safety in the heat of battle.
That's
so like, a personal waypoint is another thing. Guys, go to map, right-click on the warp gate, set personal waypoint. It's the blue one. Set it right on the pad. You should never ever get lost. If you ever get lost, go back to base. That's the safest thing you can do. Then find your gold star. That's me. Mosquitoes should always be with gold star. If liberators are lost, you go to gold star. If you can't find gold star, go back to base. Go to blue. Right, now that we got that set, we can move out. Let's do what we did last time. We're moving out to squad waypoint, and we're finding targets. Now, keep in mind, liberators, that we're not necessarily going to squad waypoint. That's just marking the front line. What we want is targets to help out our armor. So don't think of it as go to squad waypoint. Think of it as find targets. But also make sure you're sticking together.
Why? I didn't even press that button.
Gotta change your key binding.
Are you kidding me right now?
I forgot.
Gotta change your key bindings.
Or no, I didn't even press it.
Clearly you did.
It kicked me out.
Lib's getting attacked.
See where the A is coming from?
4 bullets. Did you kick me out?
Looks like northeast. Probably that same sky guard that's been hanging around.
Dude, no, that's not even funny. No, I did not touch my keyboard at all. Nikolai, you ever seen that before?
No.
That's...
Trophy, you're flying way too close.
I'm taking my lib back to gate. Need reps.
Alright, listen.
Now remember, you don't need to go to warp gate to repair. All you need to do is land. The only time you need to go to warp gate is if you have aircraft chasing you, or if there are enemy ground vehicles that can shoot you. Otherwise, you should land where you are, assuming it's safe for like tanks, because you don't want a tank shooting you when you're repairing.
Or let enemy air right on you, because they're likely to just finish you off.
Exactly, but mosquitoes are covering you. There's no air anywhere. So, Slim Shady, you are going off on your own. Please don't. Get with the pack. Our Liberator is returned.
No.
Okay, bullets. Get back. Get with the pack.
Found that sky guard.
Oh, I thought you
west of squad waypoint.
or something. I was about to say no.
No. Yeah, it's because I hit right-click the Liberator and it popped up with your name instead for some reason. So Liberators always stick together.
I think we lost Forder.
Yeah, I gotta go AFK for a second.
Nikolai, what are you doing? Keep running your face backwards.
I'm watching the lib.
Okay.
We got 2 Reavers in there. Let's go engage. Yep, go engage. Break off. Break off.
We're within the territory, you sure?
Break off. There are so many friendly Monzis in the area. Oh, Skyguard in the area.
Yeah, it's west of us. Or sorry, north of us. Hang around this whole area for a while now.
That needs to go.
I keep calling it out and spotting it, but I can't take it out on my own.
Alright, Liberator, that's going to be your jurisdiction. You need to find this lightning and kill it. Now remember, you're just as vulnerable to it as we are. To hit and run. Did we kill it?
Not quite.
Good side. Yeah, cause... No, it's not slow. It's 4 bullets. Isn't... He needs to start, like, bringing us down faster than that or getting us out of the area. Cause he was just...
Hey, let's not get to name calling.
When did you start being pilot?
Y'all are flying the lib, right? Okay. You're the one flying the lib, though, right? Okay. Libs handle like cows. That's just what they do.
Yeah, if you want to go down fast, you have to point yourself down.
Reminds me of an A-10. I got a Reaper coming right at us. Oh, that's total noob. BR7.
I gotta jump off really fast, guys. I gotta take a little bit of break.
Good, see you later.
What now, Nikolai?
We need our Liberator crewed. Well, I guess we don't need it. We just need to make sure it has one gunner. So, alright, bullets. Oh no, we have 2 pilots. Well, for any Mozzies, I need at least 2 Mozzies with me, or at least 1 of them. So, bullets, if you want to get into Insanity's ship, we'll compress them for the moment. Trevor, where are you at? Whoopi, where are you at?
Checking on the other to make sure we didn't have someone landing it and repairing. Also on the main map.
Yeah, Repair Gal is something that we've played with before, but we don't have the crew for it right now.
Maybe with a few more people, and someone actually has a decently certain repair gal, which I...
Yeah, we actually need a Repair Gal, that's the other thing.
I think Sarah is the only person in the outfit to actually have one. I don't think even Gino does.
Getting ready to move over.
You disgust me, Insanity. You have that many start flying around and you don't even bother.
There's squad.
We're doing air training right now.
I'm kidding, Insanity.
In air vehicles. Might want to take a break.
User disconnected from your channel.